Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Outdoor Align podcast. This is the first ever real episode. Today, I've got with me my buddy, longtime friend, and very long-time deer hunter, Kiley Harpster. He's known for killing big bucks for a lot of years now.
You're too generous.
Yeah, dedicated archery hunter. Puts a lot of strategy, a lot of thought into his deer hunting every year, and we're here to talk about that, talk about early season bow hunting. And we've got a couple more things to talk about after that. So to get started, what's your strategy look like in the summertime? June, July, August. What are your thoughts there?
As far as strategy in June, July, I leave my cameras out all winter long, and there's really not a lot of strategy to it. Now, well, ever since I've been doing that, shed season, I'm looking for sheds,
Right.
like everybody else is. It really not much to it. Just scouting, shed hunting, learning the property, learning the deer.
Right. So are you running trail cameras or cell cameras all year long?
Yeah, I shut several of them off, but I run a lot of the cutting links. I have a crap load of
Right.
cameras.
Right. All different brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 3 specific.
Okay.
Honestly, got the cutting links. I have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
But,
They're addicting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. No, the cameras really help. I cut back half of them, after shed season, and I still leave several up with the cutting backs, the cutting links. I pay for an annual fee, so
Okay.
I just leave them out. I've got them all on solar panels.
Right.
I just let them eat.
They run all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've actually personally I've put out some trail cameras for turkeys in the spring, and I've picked up some deer in the springtime that I recognize.
Oh yeah.
They may have little stubs, but just body wise, I know it's a certain buck. So I'm sure there's a benefit to keeping track of those deer even through the summer. It's nice to
absolutely.
know
Yeah.
what's in the area, especially if you're tracking deer year to year, which I think you try to do the best you can. What about when you deploy all your cameras? What time of year are you putting out 100% of your cameras?
Just whenever I get time, man.
Right.
Right. You know that. I mean, we all have 9 to 5 jobs.
Right.
Well, and not all of us, but a lot of us do.
Me and you do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, just whenever I get time, whenever the wind is in favor. So.
Right. So you take that in consideration.
Absolutely.
When you go out on your property.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think that's something a lot of people don't do. I
would agree with you.
They think it's not deer season. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Driving there, walking there.
It doesn't matter. Does it matter in May or June? Probably not. And have I broken that rule? Absolutely.
Right.
But I mean, anymore, unless if I need to go in and replace a solar panel or some batteries or something, I wait until I get the good wind. Yeah.
Right. Something I've heard before too, and I've tried to do this sometime, is like before rain. Like say the wind's right, and then you if you're gonna go in there and do a bunch, a rain's coming, helps wash away your scent, which that's pretty extreme. But
I've heard a lot of that whole rain washes away your scent. I've heard some people talk about maybe that it's a myth. I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah.
I don't know, but I still kind of abide by it.
Right. Yeah. It can't hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to amplify your scent.
Yeah. And it definitely takes away the sound factor.
Right.
Whenever you're crashing through the weeds and brush and stuff. So I do like to do that. Yeah.
For sure. So something on with myself, I hunt a lot of small parcels, like nothing over 60 acres really, which is real small.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tend to have big bucks that just live on my place. Like I know that. They're there sometimes, not all the time, and I'm working to improve that. But I think you hunt a little bit, some bigger pieces of ground.
Not really.
Really? Okay. Smaller stuff.
I think my biggest property is probably just my parents' place. And it's nothing extraordinary.
Right.
It's nothing that you see out in Kansas or anything.
Right.
But no, it's open.
Right.
A lot of open.
So one thing like I take into consideration is that big buck I'm after probably not there anyway. Like right now, I've been running cameras, and I could go back on my place, and I'm probably not going to hurt any deer that I'm after because I just don't think they're there right now, just based on trail camera strategy. But if you know one's living in the area, or you have a local deer that kind of calls your farm home, you'd think about it differently.
Oh, sure.
And I've had that instance before too. Like I know a buck frequents here. I'm going to be a little more cautious.
Having that history with that same deer is volatile.
Yes. If you knew he was there as a 2.5-year-old, then you got to assume he's going to be there as a 4 or 5-year-old, whatever you're talking.
Yep. And I'm a firm believer in there's a 3-day window in there where they're going to do their thing.
Okay. I was gonna get to that.
Yeah. We can get to that later, but it doesn't really typically fall into the early season stuff.
Right. More rut type.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the same way. Like with trail cameras, I save pictures of like every buck. Maybe not 1.5-year-old deer. I will save 1.5 if they're real unique. Like if they're a big 1.5-year-old that you might be able to recognize.
Something really distinct.
Yes.
Yep.
But 2-year-old deer, I'm probably saving pictures of them so I can go back and track those deer or attempt to, right?
And I used to do that, but I don't do that as much anymore unless, like you just said, they have something really distinct about them, like something crazy, like, oh, wow, maybe he's going to do something, you know?
For sure. So talking about early season whitetail hunting, that's coming up pretty quickly here.
Next Monday, I think.
Yeah, literally 5 days from when we're recording this, I think, is going to be opening day. It's going to be hot, sounds like. I don't know. But what's your strategy for early season whitetail hunting? So is it based on I do this every year, like I'm hunting this bean field because they go to the green beans, or is it because you're hunting a specific deer and you've got a specific plan for that deer?
Oh, that's kind of a twist. It's kind of a twisted question for right now. Any other year, I probably would have said, well, it's just based on this specific deer. Well, I do have a specific deer picked out for this year, but I don't have a plan because he could be floating in a pond right now.
Gotcha.
Because of EHD. I don't know.
So you haven't had any pictures of him recently?
Not since the 30th, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What's this deer look like? Big, giant?
He's big. I have 2 deer that I would like to kill this year. Well, 3. 2 are just big 8s.
Mature.
145, 150 class A. I mean, they're nice 8s.
That's a big 8-pointer, yeah.
And one's a 9-point. He might go 150, but
okay.
Nothing like him.
Right. So none of these deer are obviously they're not living like right on your place. If you're not getting pictures of them all the time, you think they're moving around.
And you say my place
or wherever you hunt.
I hunt
your parcel.
I'm very, very blessed when it comes to having a lot of permission ground.
Right.
And I can go into that with his story here in a little while. But I haven't really hunted my places in a year or 2.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So deer aren't always where you want them to be.
No.
Never.
No. Are they? Are they ever?
No.
No. It's
Ideally, I'd walk out of my house and go shoot one, but that rarely happens.
Yeah, but then that's just waking up and shooting a deer. That's not hunting.
Right. I guess that's
that
true.
Sucks.
That's true. So this year, what is your strategy on that buck? What, like, you got certain stands in mind? You got waiting for trail camera intel? What is it?
Well, one of my buddies actually asked me that the other day, and I was stumped. I've had a lot going on the past few months, and I think I'm finally starting to get some of that sorted out, and I didn't have an answer for him. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what my plan is for this deer.
Right.
I would like a little bit of intel in between here and Monday.
For sure.
But if I don't get it, I'm just going to have to go.
You're still going to go?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
And be in the woods on opening day.
I saddle hunt, so it's really not.
I didn't know you saddle hunted.
Yep.
Okay.
I've saddle hunted since
saddles came out.
No. Was that an old joke?
No. I mean, saddles are pretty recent, I think.
Oh, they go back quite a ways. But anyway, I think it was 21. The winter, January of 2021. And the first time I saddle hunted, I killed the deer I was after.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's kind of cool. So, question on saddle hunting: you packing your sticks in every time?
Not every time. I have, I think, 3 different setups. I leave it all in my truck, you know.
Right. Okay.
But if I feel like I'm going to go back to that set the next day, 2, 3, 10, whatever, I'll just leave it there.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So, I've recently hung a few spots that I kind of put some more permanent sticks there. No stand, just so I can wear my saddle in. I can climb up. And
That's a good idea.
Hook in. Just some spots I know I typically pack in. I was like, man, I could do a little prep work here to avoid having to do that every time.
Right.
But the nice thing about saddles, you can move and
Mobile, man.
yeah, it can be a game changer.
I love staying mobile. I mean,
you can really fine tune things.
You got to go where the deer are.
Right. Yeah. The thought of I'm gonna go to old trusty stand again.
Yeah.
It's not the best way to do it. Some places may work, but
so I think it all has to do with how that farm's set up.
Right. Yeah.
If you know that farm, you know, if you've hunted this same 300 acres for the last 20 years, yeah,
you probably know the spot.
Go sit in that ladder stand.
Yep. And you're likely not after one specific deer either when you're doing that. You're after any deer that meets a certain criteria.
Yeah.
I know in college, me and my friends hunted a 150-acre parcel that we didn't know that well, but we had a big oak tree that we dubbed the kill tree because I'd killed out of it, another buddy killed out of it, and we had a lot of great hunts, a lot of action right there in this kind of corner of the property. And like, we quickly just found that this was a good spot to be during the rut. I mean, it just had a lot of action right there, but that's hard to find, especially early season. It's kind of like you said, you need some intel because
I have one camera that's actually called the Good Tree,
right,
on its name.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's definitely spots like that, but I think I've found if you're after a certain deer, there isn't one good tree that was good in recent years. It's very specific. And like we're talking about being mobile, I killed one in early season before September 18th. We were just talking about that earlier. I wasn't saddle hunting then. I was actually using a mobile setup hang on stand and sticks. And I actually went in like middle of the day one day and moved that stand about 30 yards because I'd seen this deer like 2 nights before, the night before or something. And I went back midday, moved the set, and then caught in it that night and killed him. So that was just being mobile pays off kind of thing.
And how did that make you feel?
Yeah, great. Made me feel like this is what I need to be doing.
Yeah, you beat him.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was like, oh, I've got this stuff figured out, and I haven't killed one early season since.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is. It can be easy and it can be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just hunting.
Right.
You know?
For me right now, I don't have a lot of intel. I've got 2 deer that I'd be interested in harvesting this year, and neither are on the property frequently. I mean, I get a few pictures here and there. They don't live there. They're real small parcels that I'm hunting with these 2 specific deer, and I'll probably be out there, but it's just kind of a hopeful wish. Like, I might get lucky. He might come by, but I'm more or less getting out there because I want to, not because I think I'm going to kill something.
Just because it's time to be in a tree.
Yeah, for sure. Been waiting quite a while to get back in the tree, so
yeah, same.
I'm really looking forward to it. Tell me a little bit about the Quest Hunt competition. I think you've been involved with Quest Hunt for years. I know I learned about it through you. I've been following them on social medias for quite some time. I know the first year I heard about it, I tried to talk my buddy into doing it, and I don't even know why. Just, let's do this. Sounds fun. He's, oh, I don't know. He didn't want to. Well, we both killed really big deer that year, and just based on us scoring the deer, we would have placed really well that year. And then never have we had that opportunity since. But tell me about your involvement with Quest Hunt when that started.
Oh, I guess a friend of mine, he had met him at a bar. The guys that came up, they had some property. A couple of the guys had some property leased up around here, and he met him at a bar one night, and they started talking about, and he's like, "Oh, okay." So that next day, he comes and tells me about it. I'm like, "Yeah, well, let's do it." I think it was, I don't remember how much it was to enter per person at the time. It was $50 or $75, maybe 60. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I've spent that on worse things.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, so we did that, and that was one of my September 19th deer. It was 2018. Yeah. Big, tall, brow tine deer. He was 143 inch 10, just nice, respectable 4-year-old, big nutsack on him.
Yeah.
And
because that makes a big difference.
I've got a picture of him with his ass to the camera, and it's just nothing but nutsack.
Really?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's funny.
But anyway, I killed that deer, and as season rolls on, I'm like, hey, if you just go kill the first 130-inch deer that you see, go to public land. I don't give a shit where it comes from.
Right.
It's like, no. So we missed out that year. But the next year, 19, I got a different partner, and we got 10th that year. And yeah, it's just kind of been
uphill ever since, right? So I think the year that me and my buddy killed that buck, I believe was 2020. And that's the year you won, correct?
That is the year that we got first place. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we would have been within 10 inches of you guys that year. It was the big buck we're talking about.
That
deer
yeah,
plus
okay.
The 150 of mine that I killed all in early season September with bow. And we instantly were like, man, we should have done that competition.
Yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Oh, right.
And that's where me and my partner fell short in. What year was that? It was 2021. It was whenever I killed that deer in January out of the saddle, first time saddle hunting, and we went there to help out, because we're advocates for them, and some people didn't show up, and we didn't enter our deer. Had we entered our deer,
oh man,
we most likely would have at least got 10th.
Right.
But other than that,
so we should talk a little bit. You and I are familiar with it, I guess, but a lot of people wouldn't know. The quest hunt is competition for two guys, you and a partner. You enter in prior to season, and then you can enter after season starts, I think, for a slight fee if you haven't killed a deer already.
Yeah, I think so.
And then they take the total score of each deer that you kill and combine those, and that's your team score.
That's correct.
You as an individual rough score it, I believe.
Yeah, you turn in the gross score, and one person out of the team is able to upgrade one time.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like say, we both kill in September.
Yep.
And then you shoot one in December. That's better than your first one. So you can upgrade, but I can't. I've still got it.
Gotcha.
We have to figure out,
And it's archery or rifle.
Or crossbow.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I forget about crossbowers.
We'll save that for another day.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. But but it's really cool competition. It's multiple states too. Like your competition's Missouri only, but they have the same competition in a lot of other Midwestern states.
Yeah, even if we go buy tags in, say, Illinois, because Illinois is over the counter. If we have a spot to hunt in Illinois, we can also
be in it over there
in Illinois.
Yeah, that's cool. And then I've always wondered this. You gross score it yourself, send it in, say, hey, I killed a 152, blah, blah, blah. When do they officially score? Is that at the banquet at the end of the year?
Yes.
Okay, so they have a big banquet, big feed, big party.
Man, I'm telling you, that the banquet is a lot of fun.
It's looked like it just from pictures I've seen.
Yeah, being down there for 2 or 3 days with like-minded people, everybody's there for the same thing.
For sure,
For the same reason.
Yeah.
They all love big deer.
Yep.
And the stories. And a little bit of booze here and there.
Yeah, right. Of course.
But, man, it's so much fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. So is the banquet, if you're in the competition, you're invited? Yeah. It's not like you have to place to get to go to that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can go there even if you get 100th place.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. And then they officially score your bucks if
Yep.
you're in the running for top 10.
Yeah, they have official scores come in, a pile of them. I mean, this
Right, like
this
official Boone and Crockett
yeah,
scores.
this giant room is just filled with official scores from all around the states, like Iowa. I know Cam comes down from Iowa. There's a lot of them.
Right, that's cool.
They have a huge job to do in those
short
few
amount
days.
of time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so they're scoring more than just like the top 10 contending teams, right? If you were entered, like part of that's you get a Boone and Crockett
there's a
score.
lot of people that come in that were in the tournament that didn't even place.
Right, they just want their deer scored.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
Because like
one of my friends actually came down and did that last year.
Okay.
And he hung out for a day or two and
yeah,
because it came to the banquet and away he went.
Right, it's very possible you kill a big deer and maybe your partner doesn't, so you at least get something out of it. You get to go enjoy it.
Yeah,
I might have to do that this year.
Man, you should. It's a heck of a lot of fun.
Need to find a partner, I guess. You've been with your partner ever since that your second year, right?
Since 2019.
Yeah. And you guys have had real good luck.
Well, other than not turning or putting our deer in 2021, yeah, we've placed every year.
Yeah.
Except for them.
In top 10. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Probably nobody else has that stat.
I could think of 2 or 3
Really?
other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shows how many diehards there are out there. I mean, they're dedicated.
I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of killers out there you don't realize.
For sure, yeah. There's a lot of big deer that get killed too that people don't realize.
Yep.
I think like 180-inch deer is way more common than you and I might think.
Not.
Well, maybe not here. No,
maybe not in those CWD counties.
Right. Especially not anymore. But
I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. But they get killed. I don't know that I've ever seen a 180 on the hoof. Just hunting wise, I don't think I've ever even laid eyes on one. So, and that's about what it takes to win that competition. Do you have the total scores of the deer that you guys killed, or like that have won, like the year that you won?
I did get that score sheet for you, but as far as I don't remember.
Right, and that's fine.
There's a lot of booze in between here.
For sure. I think that year that I talked about, me and my buddy should have put in and could have been placed well. I killed a 153 and he killed a 182, and I think you guys beat us that year, or would have. So you're talking average of.
It still wouldn't have been by much, I don't think.
Right. It was. It was close.
We went down there in third place that year, and ended up in first.
But after the official scores.
Yeah.
So I don't know what time the banquet is, but do they go through the dry period? Like,
that's something I've always wondered about, because I didn't enter it, but like say I killed that deer in January.
Right. If the banquet's in
the banquet's in February.
Right. So you probably couldn't enter that in the Boone and Crockett record, but I would guess. I don't know.
I'm not sure about
I've only ever been part of that process once, but
yeah, I'm not sure about that. And
it's not like they shrink a lot. I don't think they shrink a ton. Maybe an inch or two.
I think it just depends on the deer.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I think that's true too. I think some are different than others. Some probably do shrink a lot.
If it's a mass monster, it's going to shrink up a little bit. I killed a deer in 2009 that he crossed. The tips of his main beams crossed about an inch, and now he's crossed about 3 inches.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
You'll have to
so he's narrower. Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, he lost some inches somewhere.
Yeah.
But you'll have to come over and look at that.
Yeah,
deer.
that's cool.
That's the first deer I ever killed with my bow, honestly.
Huh. I videoed a deer this year in velvet.
I finally beat him this year.
Tips crossed. Yeah. So last year, how'd you place? In the
fifth.
Fifth.
We got fifth last year.
And this was the front runner on your team.
Yes.
And what did he score?
For once, my partner always
ups you a little bit.
Yeah, he gets the top one.
That's a good partner, though.
Oh, he's a killer, man.
So tell me about this deer. What's he score?
I believe he grossed 183 and 3/8.
183 and 3/8.
Officially gross. Net was like, I don't even want to say that.
Nets
I'm not a fisherman.
Nope.
I'm not a fisherman.
I agree with that. Nets are for fish.
Yeah.
So he's how many points is he? There's too many to count.
17 or 18.
17 or 18 points.
Yeah, I finally looked at the score sheet a little bit last night, and I think they had him as 18 points.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
whatever.
They're the officials,
they
right?
still scored it a little lower than I did.
Right. This deer's massive. For those of you that are watching the video podcast on YouTube, you'll see this here in the background. But for those of you that are just listening, this 18-point deer is hanging right behind us here, and we're looking at it. He's got a big dagger, kind of an inline point. I don't know what you call that, coming out of this side, his right side, pointing into the middle of his frame, really, which is always, it's like a bonus point.
Yeah.
It's not symmetrical at all. It's like, where'd that point come from? And it always adds a lot. I've seen some that,
he's
like, if you cut that off, this deer would look completely normal.
well, he's got an 8-point frame.
Yeah, for sure, he does. He has an 8-point frame with a lot of kickers and this extra big dagger. Good mass, probably 5-inch bases.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
right at 5.
Good brow tines, cool buck. And for those of you watching the video, you'll notice he's got a red forehead, which means he was killed early in the year, kind of like we're talking about.
That short hair cape.
Short hair cape.
Beautiful.
So you killed him on September 19th last year, right?
September 19th. Yep. That's the 4th deer that I've killed on September 19th.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is there something to that date, or is it just coincidence? Takes you 4 days to figure him out? 5, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So you hunted every day up until then?
Yeah, I did. I actually jumped him up 2 days.
Yeah, okay, so let's backtrack.
Okay.
How long have you known this deer existed prior to last season?
I have a hard time answering that because back in 2021, I had a picture of a deer, which I thought was a 3-year-old. He could have been a 2-year-old. That was pretty similar. He had an inside tine like that, but he was a 10-point frame.
Okay.
But the timeline with this deer's age doesn't really line up.
Okay.
So I'm Xing that deer out.
Right.
There was a deer that showed up the previous year, which would have been winter of 23. And he was a 3-year-old, so I thought. And I could tell that, he's got some characteristics that he could blow up.
Probably had some of those kickers already.
There was a busted brow tine. I think he was busted on that side. But there was some trash.
Okay.
And that's the one I think it is.
Okay.
So I didn't really have a lot of history with the deer, but fast forward to May or June of 24, I get this another ball sack picture, and then he finally straightens out. I was like, and it looks like he's got baseball bats, and they're only up about like that
right.
in velvet.
Instantly a deer you're interested in.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Beer can sitting on his head.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
So,
did you throw some more cameras in there for him?
Yeah, I did. I went and I hung a couple more on the north side of the property where I'd never really had many cameras.
Okay.
To begin with, and it worked
Paid
out.
off. Huh?
Yeah.
So I kind of remember you telling me the story. So let's start like the beginning of season. Like, what were you doing? How did all that play out?
The beginning of season, obviously I was waiting for the right winds. I'd go in, let's see, the first 2 days, I just went in and I didn't see hardly anything. And so I was kind of relying on pictures at that time. And one morning, no, let me back up. Yeah, okay. It was that corner camera. He went by it, walking to the north at it was like 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh, okay.
Headed to his bed somewhere.
Yeah. Now, little did I know that it was going to be right behind that camera. So I go in, and I'm playing the wind as I'm going in, and I no more take about.
This is the 15th.
5. This was the 17th.
Okay.
I go in. I get a few steps in the timber. I'm taking my time because I didn't know how close he was, and I jumped him up. He was literally right behind that camera. He just made a 180 and boom, right behind that camera. It's like, shit.
Yeah, that'd be frustrating.
So I was frustrated. I was texting my buddies. He's like, well, just hunt. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I got to take my frustrations out anyway. Otherwise, I'm going to go home and
pout and
exactly.
Be mad. Might as well get in the tree and enjoy it.
Didn't see. I think I had a doe or something come by. Anyway, I hunted him the next night. Not there. Maybe I didn't even hunt that night. I should have brought my log. But anyway, so let's just fast forward to the 19th. I get a picture of him coming from the north back to the south, back to where I jumped him up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Could have been 5:30. It was early, but he was still headed that direction. And I was like, no way this deer is going to go back to that same
already bed. Coming back to the same
no
bed,
way.
Possibly, yeah.
So I'm texting my buddies. They're like, well, you kind of have to. I'm like, right? So devised a plan, and it was all about the wind. And I knew where he was bedded.
Right. You're assuming he's in the same bed as you jumped him out 2 days before.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is crazy to think about. For me, it was at the time. So anyway, I get in there.
It's like a dream situation.
Yeah.
Like it never happens that way.
Mm-hmm.
But here's an instance you got to assume that's the best plan you've got is to assume that he's right there. And
well, I mean, it's 5 days into season. I'm hunting. Right. I got to hunt.
Right.
Whether I see him or not. So, and so I get in there, and as it goes, you're waiting there, sitting there, and well, a 10 point that I knew he ran with, that I also jumped up 2 days prior, that I knew he ran with, came right to me down this little ditch, right to me.
This is it.
Underneath me. I have a video of it on my phone.
You've snuck in pretty close. Mm-hmm. How far you think you were from that trail camera, or where you think he was bedded?
50 yards.
Really, that close?
I couldn't even see him.
Right, it must be.
I couldn't see anything.
Obviously,
it was thick.
If
it was
they're
tall.
bedded in, it's probably thick.
And that 10 point comes in. I mean, literally, I could spit on the deer.
Okay.
So I'm waiting, and sure enough, here he comes. It was probably 15 or 20 minutes later, honestly. Like I'd almost given up hope. I'm like, well, he went the other direction, or caught my wind or something. No, here he came head on straight at me, and was taking the same path. And I just had a little bitty window, like a pie plate, in between some little twigs, and the foliage is crazy during right now. And so I'm pulled back, and I see him go through that little pie plate, and I just let one go. Didn't know where I hit him. He bound up out of the ditch and stops, and I'm already drawn with another arrow.
Okay, so you were
I've learned this.
Get another arrow in
the hard way in the past. I'm already knocked and drawn. He stops. He's probably 10, 12 yards. I let another one go. Well, he takes off.
Do you know where that one hit?
And comes around me. I'll get to that.
Okay.
I don't. At the time, I don't.
Do you shoot Luminox?
No. Okay. I don't. I need to, but the whole... Yeah. Anyway. So he stops again. And not knowing at the time, he stopped in one of his old beds. A giant bed. And he's looking at me broadside. And he actually watched me pull that arrow back.
Really?
Yeah.
So he was possibly hurting or something.
I mean, I didn't try to stop him, and I credit that. I credit him stopping so many times to me not trying to stop him, not alarming him.
Yeah, not saying
he just didn't know what was going on.
Right, that's a good point.
He was getting stung.
I think a lot of people's instinct would be to give him a little blat.
So he stops, and that third arrow was it.
Okay.
20 yards.
So all this happened within 20 yards.
All this happened within 20 yards and probably 5 or 6 seconds.
Right.
Maybe 10.
Right.
But it was wild, man. It was.
So you 10 ringed him, and you could see that you 10 ringed him that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard him crash about 40 yards. And
okay.
I didn't even go look at him, go look for him. I called my buddy. I was like, hey, it happened. He's like, well, I already knew. I already told my wife that that you're going to kill this deer tonight, and I went and put my pants on about 10 minutes earlier. So
that's awesome. Confidence in your buddies there.
Yeah, it was wild.
So, where'd the first and second shot land?
Okay, first arrow. The old Texas heart shot.
Really?
Right in the butt. He was so close to me, and I was at such an extreme angle that it went in his opposite side, top of his ass, and came out about that far underneath, like in his leg.
Oh, wow.
So that was the first shot. Now, whenever he jumped up out of that little ditch, I had to have deflected. The arrow had to have deflected because I did hit him.
All right.
But it cut his belly.
Okay.
It cut his belly.
Slow.
Yeah.
And this is all close range. Like,
yeah.
It's not like you picked the wrong pin or something.
Yeah. The third shot was the furthest shot. It was 20 yards. The second shot was, I don't know, 8 to 10, 12, and so was the first shot.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
I mean he was right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Adrenaline rush. Like I'm getting one sitting here thinking about it.
It was nuts. Yeah, luckily I had a little shot of whiskey in my backpack for celebration.
Calm me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Celebrate a little bit.
Yeah. I actually gave him a name afterwards. And the name of the shot was Screwball. So I named him Screwball.
There you go. That's funny. No, that's awesome.
Kind of fitting, but no, he's a special animal for sure.
Yeah, he's certainly an impressive deer. I remember getting the pictures from you, or maybe seeing you posted them. And of course, it's early September, and I'm like, "Holy cow! You got it done so early. Like it's hard to do."
I didn't post any. Of course,
or maybe you did.
You know, with the quest hunt, I was tagged in that, and I mean,
that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a reason for that. There's a lot of land poachers out there.
For sure.
And like I mentioned earlier, I have a lot of permission ground that I don't want taken away from me.
Right.
So I kept that quiet.
Right.
I kept it quiet all summer. You know, I told a few of my close friends.
For sure.
And especially whenever I killed him. But
yeah, man,
I wanted to protect my hunting spots.
For sure. And there's people that don't put in the effort that may hunt next door that don't even know that deer exists. And that's their own fault for
100%.
not putting in that work. So you're protecting that, and that's completely fair. I mean, I don't blame you there. But no, it's an awesome deer. I remember texting you and be like, holy cow, man, what happened? I was pretty excited. He's obviously a giant. What, 183?
183 and 3. Me and my buddy, of course, we were having some celebratory drinks that night. I think we taped him for quest hunt. They give you the trophy tape. I think we taped him at 185 and 5, whatever. Doesn't matter, but it was probably my once in a lifetime deer.
There'll be more.
I hope so.
Maybe not this year.
I hope you're right. Yeah, I mean,
no, he's a spectacular deer.
That's kind of what I keep telling
myself. He may be
myself.
once in a lifetime. I mean, 185 is a huge deer. 183, whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the deer I've been waiting on my whole life.
For sure.
And I've got to keep telling myself that, especially this year, that you can't kill a 183 every year, dipshit. So
not unless you own 1,000 acres and that's all you do.
So I'm trying to put myself up, but I'm just not there yet.
Right.
Even 5 days away, I'm just not there yet.
Which is reasonable. I mean, a deer like that gets you pumped up a little more than a 145-inch 8-pointer. Like it's just natural.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I agree.
We like killing big deer.
Yeah, we do.
Like in my mind, mature deer's kind of what you're after, but you can't ignore that these things on top of their head are like so attractive, and you love to touch them and look at them.
And I had him European mounted for a long time, and I mean I'd pick him up every night. I'm like, man.
Yeah, for sure.
What an animal.
I do it all the time. Yeah. Yeah, you can't ignore big antlers. I mean, they come hand in hand with age, right? Like I've got a 5-year-old deer that lives behind my house that's I don't think will score 120. He's been that way for the last 3 years. Doesn't get me excited. I mean, he's without a doubt 5 years old. He's mature. He shows it, but his headgear is just not there, and I'm just not interested in.
I've got a couple of those. One of them's actually a little 7-point with a drop tine this year.
Really?
He's probably 7 or 8.
Really? Yeah.
His body is huge, but I mean, I'm telling you, he's
heavy, but doesn't score much. Yeah. I'd like to get like my nephew or somebody on this. Yeah. Nice mature deer that he'd still be happy with. But
now, come late season, he might be in trouble.
For sure. I missed this one back here late season. He was 4-year-old last year, and I just know he's not going to do anything. And I was actually trying to kill some turkeys. I had some gobblers coming out every morning through this one spot. And I'm like, I'm going to go try to shoot a gobbler with my bow. And what happened? This buck strolled through, and I hit a limb. He was at 40 yards, kind of in the timber, and I clipped a limb and shot over top of him. And he was limping too, was another thing. Like,
oh, really?
I was like, I'm going to try to kill him. I think it was in December. I was like, I might as well try. I'd be happy to get. I had a shed or two off of him. So.
Oh yeah, and also having that history. Man.
Yeah, it's even though he's not big, like I'd be interested in putting him on the wall, right?
That's what I hate about him, that I didn't really have the history that I do with some of my other deer. But
right, he kind of just showed up, and that's another thing you got to think about though, is he just showed up, and then he lived there. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, there's something.
Deer can roll in.
There's something there that he liked.
Yeah, deer can roll in that you've never seen before. So, I mean, there could be a 180 living down the road that I don't know about that could show up on my property, and he could say, "Hey, this is my new home. I like it here."
Yep.
So I try to keep that in mind. Like I try to do my land management stuff, keep stuff mowed and keep food plots in, and
especially with I've read that a lot of 3-year-olds will do that. They will move.
That's the time in their life that they move
in that winter. And I think this deer was just a 4-year-old, because whenever my buddy and I picked him up, put him on the back of the 4-wheeler. I mean, we weren't huffing and puffing by any means.
Right.
So he's just a good solid deer.
For sure. And there's people that say, "Oh, you can't shoot 4-year-old deer," but when you hunt places like we do, smaller parcels, get people around you that don't have that same mindset of, hey, let's brown us down kind of people, or
even poaching.
Any buck will make me happy. Poaching can happen very easily. You don't pass a 183-inch deer.
Or getting hit by a car. I mean,
there's so many
variables.
So many things.
And I've had that happen more times than I can count.
Right. I mean, the cards are stacked against a deer to make it to 5 years old.
Oh, absolutely.
So you just don't pass up a 185-inch deer. If you're on a big giant farm and
if you've got 1,000 continuous acres,
and you knew he was safe, that's a 200-inch deer next year.
Pass that deer up.
He's 200 next year.
All day.
Your chances would be slim of him making it that.
I personally don't have 1,000 continuous acres.
Right.
I know you don't.
Nope. So not many people do. And so I can imagine if you did have 1,000 acres, that wouldn't even be enough sometimes.
That's probably right.
Yeah. The deer don't know that this is your 1,000 acres and you got to stay here. Exactly. There's probably very few that only live on that 1,000 acres. So you'd still be disappointed. I think people would still, the best thing to be just have good neighbors, but it's hard to do. It's hard to get them talked into that.
It sure is.
It's like if you skip 1 year of shooting a small deer, things are going to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't care about it.
Good
for them,
and to each their own. I'm not knocking anybody for it, but whenever you're mad about not killing a deer of this type of caliber, and you're still shooting those 115, 120-inch 8 points, 10 points every year, let's try to graduate from that.
Right, yeah, let's step it up. You've killed some of those.
Yeah.
It won't hurt you to not kill a deer for a year or two.
Right, if you want meat in the freezer, go shoot a pile of
doe.
does.
Yep.
But again, to each their own. It's not how I hunt.
Right, I agree with that. I actually messed up last year and shot a young deer. I got excited, thought it was big. And it happened. It's the first time I've ever
we've all done it.
I was so upset with myself. Just happened fast. I had high expectations and thought it was the right deer, and it wasn't, kind of deal. But
I did that in 2020 actually.
Yeah.
Before I killed that
Right.
That deer that won us the Quest contest.
Right. So like I don't want to be hypocritical and say I haven't done it. Like
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've got tons of deer on the wall from when I was younger that were younger deer, smaller deer, but trying to shoot bigger deer now, right? It works out some years it doesn't. But
Hey, if you got to eat tag soup once in a while,
yeah, for sure, it's okay. But no, man, that's an impressive deer. I hope this season turns out well.
Thank you.
May not have a 185 to chase, but it sounds like you've got a couple nice bucks.
At least not yet, anyway.
Right, it happens.
Something could show up.
The rut's crazy.
It is.
The rut's crazy. If you're not tagged out by then, I bet you will be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough year. Honestly,
I remember the year I killed one in early September. I was almost sad I wasn't hunting the rut. Like, it's like, oh, I'm already done.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, go hunt scrapes and rattle bucks in and stuff. Like, man, I remember I got a lot of things done that year. Yeah. Like I wasn't hunting all the time, but I missed out on some good hunting, I think.
I have a couple buddies that come down from New York to hunt, and where was I going with that?
They're probably amazed by the deer we have down here.
Oh yeah, love it, and I love it whenever they're here. And man, we just have a good time.
Yeah. So
I guess we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, last year I had my friend from Colorado come. Him and his dad and his brother came here. Stayed out here in a man cave. Kind of had our own deer camp for the rut.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't have success. We never put a deer on the ground, but we had so many close encounters. Hunting the rut, rattling, grunting deer in. I mean, they're mountain hunters. They elk hunt and mule deer hunt and have done some whitetail hunting in Kansas, but like they just loved it. Loved the movement, the activity. I'm like, well, you guys are welcome back. Like it's like this every year if you hit it just right, So I think they're coming back this year, so that'll be fun.
Oh, I know where I was going with that. Whenever they're here, well, last few years I've been tagged out, so they're hunting that first part of Halloween. That good place.
Halloween's great.
And I'm just
have fun
cooking supper.
Yeah, I'll be camp pitch. It happens.
No, but as far as the rut goes, I like it, but I don't.
I can see that. Like, you're a one buck guy. Like, this is the deer you want to kill.
For some reason, I love September. September is my favorite.
Okay.
I love sweating my ass off.
See, I don't.
The sweat I don't love it.
Makes me angry.
But it doesn't bother me.
Right. You're still hunting.
Yeah.
What about mosquitoes?
Thermacell, man. Thermacell all the way.
So you're not worried about scent? It's more of a wind game.
Wind?
Yeah. For sure. Which I agree with.
I've taken showers with zest before I've gone hunting.
Right, yeah.
Just because I hadn't taken a shower in 2 days.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, as long as you're playing the wind, I don't think it matters. And pay attention to the thermals. The thermals are huge.
Yep, that's something I've been paying attention to more the last few years. Yeah. More getting away with some things based on thermals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've hunted real close to some creeks in the evenings, banking on, like it's a forecast says 3 mile an hour wind, which means nothing. So your thermals are kind of going to take over and pull your scent down into that ditch.
That water, you're
just the movement.
100% accurate there.
Yep. And I've got another spot that hunt right on a hill that's kind of right behind me, and the deer can walk right in front of me, but I bank on like in the morning hunt when the sun starts shining, heats things up. Like I'm going to be fine because they're going to be below me quite a ways, and I just bank on the thermals. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but
yeah, sometimes you get that little swirly whirly, and
right,
then your hunt's over.
Yeah, that happens. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
the show. This is the first
ever
podcast.
For having me, man.
Yeah,
this is fun.
Yeah, Kylie and I have been friends for a long time, and we've known each other as deer hunters, but we don't get to talk about it a whole lot. We run into each other every once in a while, and
yeah.
I remember when they did that competition in town.
At the lumberyard.
Yeah, and you brought in a big deer that year, and I remember someone saying, "Yeah, he got pictures of that deer," and then he went and hung a stand and killed him that next day or something. I don't remember. Something crazy like that. But I just remember like, this guy's serious about this stuff.
I don't remember that. Which deer that would have been? That must have been.
I don't remember.
Ocho.
Either.
Was it that drop tine deer?
Yeah, big 8 drop. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But
That's,
yeah, like
that was a special deer.
I've just always known you as a serious deer hunter, and I've always looked up to that. So I'm glad you're on the show.
Appreciate it, man.
Glad you brought this deer. It's pretty cool. Make sure you watch this on YouTube so you can look at this deer that we're talking about. It's worth seeing. So, but anyway, if you're still listening, thanks for being here. Check out the Outdoor Line podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Oh, you do? You have it on
we got
all the platforms.
Yes. And then the podcast itself will be on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. So
dang,
it's everywhere, man.
Getting out there.
Yep.
Good, man.
Thanks
cool.
for having.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on, man.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Maybe I can be a special guest one of these days.
If you kill a big deer, I'll come to your house and we'll record a quick little tell the story for the outdoor drop session. Be random.
Yeah, that's going to be a big if this year. But
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll make something happen. Maybe it's just a good hunt. Maybe you had an awesome experience and you missed or something.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.
Cool. Thanks, guys.